Yes, good morning. Good morning. Listen, there was one other under the category of fighting the front headlock. Okay, we've already studied fighting the headlock quite a bit. So, okay, this is one step further for fighting that headlock. It's an offensive reaction, is what it is. There's Bella, you guys. That's Bella Faye. She's 3 years old, and she's not very accurate, if you know what I mean. So, all right. We already know how to fight the basic fight in the headlock stuff. Get your position, find some hands, get ready to go, because the good ones will try to spin you. So you got to be ready. You got to be ready to charge to your feet. See, because like I said, the good ones are going to try to get behind you. You know, get behind you. You know, it's not a takedown yet, but it's darn close. So we all understand. If not, we'll have to review it. But what I want to go over right now is fighting that headlock. Okay, I'll just tell you. I'll skip right to the end, and then we'll fill in. What you do is, okay, you're getting headlocked. The guy's grabbing for your arms. He's grabbing for your upper arms and stuff. Okay, so at the end of it all is what you're doing is you're just crossing your arms and you're making yourself small. See? So I cross my arms just like I'm backstepping on a backstep, kind of the same way. But you go from making yourself big, making your upper body big by spreading out your arms and your chest, and make him think like that he's getting it done with the headlock. See, you make him think that. You don't get hurt and you don't get out of position. Okay, and you're big. Being big means my arms and my chest are spread out a little bit. Okay, make it, for one thing, make a little room. Okay, for myself. So, again, I'm big underneath. He's working me. He thinks, you know, he thinks he's in control, but really, I'm kind of setting him up. I'm ready to wrestle and all that stuff. This is just another little offensive reaction, is what this is. Okay, I go from big to real small. Okay, and at the same time, I pull myself out from underneath the guy. See, and theoretically, he'll 9 times out of 10 he'll flop down, and all we have to do is be ready to, you know, put on our spin boots and get ready to, you know, drop a spin on him. So, okay, that's the big picture. Okay, I've taken a whatever, and I'm on my knees in front of the guy, and he's working the headlocks. Whatever it is, you can even pretend like you're breaking the lock. But just by the fact that you're big and that you go down to real small, it's going to give you the advantage. It'll work if he's not slippery, but it'll really work if he is slippery. So what you do is you get ready to wrestle. You do what I just, and say you're on your knees, let's say, or one knee. You got to be ready to pull yourself out of there. Say, with a lot of core muscle. You pull yourself out. Cross your arms, become real small. One knee, both knees. I don't know if it makes any difference. But you make yourself small as you can, and you pull back as hard as you can. Pull away from him, and eventually away from him and out. Or we go on the attack. Okay? This is just another offensive reaction. Okay? So, from the beginning, I make myself small, I make him feel like he's getting the job done with the headlock. See? So we're kind of wide, we stretch out under there. We're keeping our position though. We're doing all the stuff we need to do. We're just kind of playing a little possum. Okay? But you have to be strong in your core to be able to snap yourself out from an underneath of him, see? See, that's the real challenge. But don't do that and step back and look at him. That is another prime time right there. See, we haven't chatted about prime time in a while, but that's a prime time to drop a spin on him. See? And you know, and you can do whatever you want. If he's further up, you can, you know, if he's further up off the mat, you can go regular offense on him. Or we could really be effective and like I said, be ready to spin the dude. You don't do all that work and then back out and wipe your brow. You don't do that. Stay right in there, because something good's going to happen. Because and remember, it is like a surprise. You don't take all day getting to it and the rest of the day trying to whatever. You just pull you guys, if you haven't experienced this. In fact, this is one I think I developed on my own, because I got headlocked all the time at school. You know, front headlock, not like 4-point front headlock, not that. So, all right, you get yourself ready, because you're gonna what, pull yourself out, drag yourself out, pull yourself out, whatever you want to call it. But get ready to spin, because he's gonna flop down right in front of you. And you got to be ready to wrestle. Okay, we're going by this other dog's house. My dog and this dog right here have met before. I thought I was going to have to start calling balls and strikes. Anyway, just keep in mind, you make yourself kind of big. Maybe act like he's getting the best of you, and get ready to pull yourself out and get ready to wrestle. Because you're going to have an opportunity right there. And again, do not step back and look at him. You know, what I say sometimes is, maybe one guy doesn't want to wrestle and the other guy's glad of it. So, and it's also funny how you can't keep them away from the table. They're so ready to go, and then they go out there and stand around for 2 minutes. Explain that one to me. Or explain this one to me. Why would I defeat an arm? I'm in the neutral, I want to go high crotch. Why would I defeat an arm on one side and work my magic on the other? It doesn't make any sense. Say, I just wanted to touch on that. Okay? But we need, a lot of the times we need to have our feet ready, whatever the circumstances are up top. We have to have our feet ready to do what we need to do, and that's inside singles. So, all right? There's a couple horses here that she likes to stare at. Okay? But remember, when we're under there, it's just like bottom work, only we're facing him. Instead of, you know, being facing the same direction, me on the bottom, him on top. It's the same position. You got to stay as quasi as you can. You have to stay as unbalanced as you can. All that stuff. Okay, but what this session was about is that making yourself big and then morphing into small, and pull yourself out from underneath them, pull your arms together, make your upper body small now. Whereas we wanted it big before, now we want it small. So, all right, that's what I wanted to touch on, plus all the other stuff. Okay, my friends, I'll I cut this one short. We got a car going by and my daughter is fired up. Bella, be good. Be good. All right. All right. Until we meet again. Out.